So, I'm realizing that the timer stopped working for some reason, so that's fun. Yeah, there we go. Just had to make sure that everything's working. We are now back to the game. And the dogs are chewing on each other, so. Where did we leave off last time? I feel like we built a lot of coasters last time. Because if I remember right, we did end up deciding we're doing space cowboy dinosaurs. There's so much in our park now. There is a heck of a lot of coasters. Most of it's small rides. Last time I think we did mostly this area. We added in, what in the world? A random queue line piece for some reason. We added in these coasters, which are just little kind of fair style rides, not super exciting, but finally something that doesn't spin. A lot of peeps are hungry. Consider placing more stalls. That is a thing. We did want to start putting food in the corners. We did also put in these rides. Lots of big stuff here. And then lots of big coasters. So I think we're going to follow our park guide's advice and put in some snackies over in this corner. Since apparently it's been so long. Let's see here. Let's go with like this. I think we already have a bison burger and we have hot dogs and stuff, so those would already be priced correctly. But we don't have a dino burger. We don't have money. Now I have to wait for money for a second. Hold on. Apparently not. No. We don't get to put stuff in, I guess. We're not making enough money at the moment. Why? Where is all of our money going? We paid off our loan, which also the last time we played, we did beat Entrepreneur, and now we are on Tycoon, which means we have to repay our loan for at least 2 months, have a minimum park value of $120,000, have 300 trees in our park, we only have 5, and 2,000 guests, which we're only at 1,100 right now, so we're getting there, but we haven't made a whole lot of progress. A monster animatronic, huh? I think this is where all of our money is going. I think all of our money is going to research right now. Yeah, we got a lot of money going. We're going to turn that down a little bit. We'll still research stuff. We just won't research it as fast. Ow, that is my foot you're sitting on, Forrest. Good lord. Crushing my little tootsies. Yeah. Alright. So we're going to try speeding up time. And if we don't have a whole lot of money in a second, I think I'm actually going to do a closure of the park and reopen it in the morning. I think that's our best bet. Everybody, get the fuck out of here. Go home. Take your children. Take your wives. Get the fuck out of my park. Go home. Quad bike. Ooh. Why? What is this under? Other rides and attractions. Okay, we don't want those. We've decided. Transport ride might be okay, because we don't have anything for transport yet. I would like to put in a train, like a bullet train system that goes around the park, so you can get from the front to the back easier. Look at them all go. Oh yeah, this ride being the way that it is. There's nobody on it, right? Of course there's people on it, why wouldn't there be? I don't know what the problem is with this ride whenever it closes. Alright, you have fun lurking. It's alright, you're running around in here doing maintenance. We have had to hire a lot more staff. Because our park got dirty and broken really quick. Beanie Hats is broken down. Gosh darn it. Exactly. You see all this? We got all this trash here, despite the fact that we have at least 2 different people in this one area who are dedicated to sweeping that. Awful. Ridiculous. And we still have hundreds of people trying to leave the park. Good lord. Well, now it's 9 a.m., so we're gonna reopen the park, even though not everybody has left. Open all the rides, open all the shops, open all the stuffs. What in the world? Sound glitched out for a second. But now we should make tons of money, because we'll have tons of people coming in, paying for their $20 tickets to our park. Everything is open, right? No, open the rides. No wonder nobody's coming in. I was like, I opened everything. There we go. The mission. Ah! You know your objective. In order to complete it, you must foster a good relationship with your park's guests. Get a park rating above 800, and we have 28 days to do it. It's already completed. And then we have to get 800 guests in park, which we are about to do. That's going to be super easy. Sure. Do not deviate. Well, let's complete our mission, I guess, and get people in this park. And now we have thousands of dollars to put in a burger stand. a pterodon? Oh, I'm gonna put this guy in over by the dinosaur. The dinosaur ride. Look at that! Look at that animatronic. His wings are totally not going to knock out people in line or sitting at this bench right here. Not in the slightest. It's fine. It's fine. Jurassic Park was safe. It's totally safe. Now, we can put in Dino Burger. Well, this part of the park feels very spacey, so I think actually we won't put in a Dino Burger over here. We'll put in some traditional foods. At some point, we're gonna replace a lot of our stalls with a lot of themed stuff. But for now, food and drinks, classics. I don't know. Yeah, we have a lemonade stall already. Somewhere. Hot Dogs 1 just broke down. Oh my god. All of our stuff breaking down. It's been like 5 minutes since we opened. Yeah, over here we've got our cowboys and our dinosaurs a little bit. In fact, actually. And we'll leave that there for now. What? Oh, I see. We are going to put in... We don't have any space-themed foods. We can, however, put in our bison burgers since we're right by our cowboy stuff. And we're going to open those. And then we'll put in classic drinks. Heck yeah. And now each side has a food and a drink over there. And then I would like to also put in first aid and an ATM, I think. Because I think at this point, by the time people get to this part of the park, they might be running out of money from all the stuff they're buying. One would hope. Oh, we should open them. Opening the buildings would actually be a little beneficial to them functioning. They mean nothing if they're not open. There we go. Periscope. This is not any of these. I wish, can I go into research? I wish under research I could specify theming and tell it to just research themed rides specifically. But alas. Since we have to get trees, we do have scenery. Trees is part of scenery. I'm going to put in a little bit of shops and facilities too. We can actually bump this back up now. I'm going to research the heck out of things. A little bit of roller coasters, a little bit of junior rides, a little bit of thrill rides. We want more priority on transport rides, shops and facilities, and scenery though. And then we can build new stuff. And get more things. Where are we at with our goal? We only have 4 days left to get 800 people in here. We're cutting it kind of close. A chemist set. Oh, an old-timey software. And we did it! We beat our goal. Hooray! That was so anticlimactic. Okay. You've received the following rewards. A $20 cash prize, a research boost, and a publicity boost. So now we'll get more people in our park. But we do have chemist set, which will add to our cowboy theming. I think we'll stick that. I don't know. Can we fit it right now? It takes up 2 squares. Ooh, but we can put it right there. Cool beans. Like a glove. Like a weird little glove. Oh, I like that the sign swings. Oh, that's cute. Since 1878. Woo. Enterprise. Everybody loves a good enterprise. I feel like we really have a lot of spinning rides. We have so many rides that spin. Oh no. Oh, look at it go. We have so much stuff. I would like it because I think we've done a Dizzy Dropper, we've done a Giga Coaster because that's what we put in right here. This is also a cowboy themed one. I feel like we need to change the colors of this ride. The purple is not doing it for the cowboy theme. And then I think let's change this to a really dark brown. Then the orange blends in too much. How about some yellow? Yeah. Maybe? How do we feel about the yellow? That's ugly. That's so ugly. You know what? It's... We're gonna go, I like this. This makes it nice and dark, and then the train stands out a little bit more. It still really blends in with this ride right here, though. So maybe we should change the color of the Dizzy Dropper so it stands out a bit more. Let's change that orange to purple. And that red to green. And that, well, the yellow should be purple, the orange should be blue. Nah, I like it better with the orange. Now let's make this the green. This the purple? Maybe? Purple. Purple. Green. Blue. What do you think of that? I think, oh, there we go. That's better. Now they feel a little bit more separate from each other. They don't quite blend in so much. Change this to like orangey color. There we go. That's more bronzy. Look at that. We have a sun cream stall now. Woo. Let's see. What are our people thinking? Thoughts. There we go. Yerg. Nothing but yerg. Some people are just head empty. ATM 1 is too busy. Balloon 2 is a really good value. Balloons 2 is too busy. Coming through. Get out of my way. What are we grossing about? What's gross over there? Oh, is it the vomit? Where are all of our cleaning staff? I swear. We have all of these janitors. Looks like this is his section. Okay, that's janitor 1. Cool. Where's janitor 5? Where is your footpath? You're over here. Okay, janitor 4. You're in charge of this little tiny section and you can't even be bothered to keep it clean. Fucker. He's working on it. Slowly but surely. But he's doing an awful job, apparently. Because there's still vomit everywhere. Forrest, stop licking your feet, man. Thank you. He's over here sucking on his toes like a little yucky man. He just had a bath this morning. Baby man's got a bath, and yet he still insists on licking his feet. They're probably itchy from his haircut yesterday, though. Whenever I cut his hair short, he gets itchy. Yeah, he got the pricklies. It's dead over here. Nobody over here. Everybody's on this end of the park for some reason. I say for some reason, as though this end of the park doesn't have like 17 more rides in it. Maybe we should put an Enterprise or something. Like, over here is feeling very space. And over there is feeling very cowboy. Safari Transport. Dang. What do we have for... We do have Dinosaur Go Round. I don't know, do we want to put rides in these corners? I think we can. So we don't need a whole bunch of food stalls in these corners. Oh, I just don't know. Yeah, there we go. Little bit of dinosaur in my life. Full load. Higher maintenance. put in a sidewalk, obviously. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. There's some very intense music playing over here. Oh, this thing's playing the intense music. I was like, what in the world? Let's see. We do also have the Claw of Doom. This thing is huge. That one's practically a coaster on its own, just with how big it is. I don't think we've put in a top star. We have not. We could put in a top star over here. And not give ourselves any room to actually... I thought that said ghostly bitch. We got a tree. Cool, we got a tree. It's a ghostly tree, so it's horror themed, which doesn't fit the theming for our park. But oh well. What were we doing? We were doing top star, that's right. 1 square, 2 square, boink. And somehow we've got an extra sidewalk there. There we go. Woo! And we're going to do 10 minutes, full loads. Would we like to ride our dinosaurs? Hello, small child. These are dinosaurs. We're gonna wait and see. While I open my Coke. Loud as heck. Heck yeah, hydrate. This is the closest I get to hydrating. There's the sound note. It's a little slow on the uptake, but it's there. Can we ride our ride yet? There's like 3 people on this ride. We'll be lucky if it ever starts. Don't mind me opening a very loud bag of Cheetos while we wait to test ride our new coasters. Aw, really? Nobody wants to go on this ride? This really cool, fun ride? Guys, I put in this really cool, fun ride for you. Parrot balloons. There we go. I was like, why is it showing us pirate stuff? We do have... Oh, the ride, it's going! How nauseous do you think this ride makes people? I don't know if this is a real ride. But honestly, I would ride it if it was. I'd be very interested in riding a ride like this. Well, that was quick. I'm going to bet it has a nausea rating of like 4. 5. Ah, I was close. Oh no, wait, 6. The intensity rating of 4. Dang. The dinosaurs are going. Wee! Wee! Those little head moves too. I don't like it. That one's got a nausea rating of like 3. 2.5. Cool, we have more nauseating rides. We should put in trash cans and benches for these guys. We should also put trash cans in over here anyway, just because there's food stalls. What in the world? I'm realizing that instead of putting in a ATM, I put in another first aid station directly next to a first aid station. So let's do that. There we go. And then we should probably put in trash cans way down here because people are... Holy crap, it's cramped down here. Why is everybody and their mother down here? Good lord. And it's very... It's a little pukey. Just a little bit. He's keeping up pretty alright so far. What was that little blip? I wasn't paying attention. Merry-go-round and emergency stop. Coconut drinks. Tidiest park. I don't believe you. I really want to try to even out our crowds, because, like, it's packed just in this corner in particular. Which really just seems like a lot of people are trying to get on this ride here, or this coaster, or this coaster. So a lot of people are coming down this way and going around. In fact, actually, I'm going to try to save us just a little bit. And I'm going to widen this path. And I'm going to do the same with... Not this one. I lied. I'm not going to do the same. And there's just going to be a toilet in the path. It's fine. Space Hats broke down. New attraction, Lasso. Okay, now here's where we need to decide. Do we want this half of the park to be cowboy and this half to be space? And then just dinosaurs wherever? We are not organized in this park, you know? We might need to, once when we beat this campaign and we start our next one, we might need to plan ahead on our theming. So the issue is this ride is also another really spinny ride. That I don't necessarily want to put in because we already have so many. Okay, research. We don't need... Well, we can do a little bit of transport rides. Again, I still want a transport ride. This is not transport rides. This is other rides. Transport rides. UFO balloons! Heck yeah! Space balloons. Hold on. We're putting in space balloons. You can't stop me. We'll put them in this corner. This is going to be our space corner over here. I did not rotate that correctly. Gosh darn it. Sometimes it's just really hard to see. There we go. I didn't see the arrow before. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be like $1.40. I think. Let me double check on that. Humana. UFO balloon, $1.40. Look at me go. Mechanic 6 is thinking about quit. Oh, I didn't train him. My bad, buddy. Here you go. And then... yeah, now he's much happier. I'm sorry, buddy. I need to double check that all my staff are actually trained. Trained. Cool. All of our staff is fully trained. That's good. It's a little difficult to have your park run nicely when you don't actually train your staff. But in the midst of all that, we got a raptor animatronic. I kind of want to stick him in over here to scare all the small children in line. Because I'm evil with that. Now we can either scare them as they're getting on the ride, or scare them as they're getting off the ride. We'll scare them while they're waiting. They'll be terrified before they get on. Look at that. That thing's gonna take out some small children. The reliability of Quinn's Gravitron Extreme is low. Consider more frequent inspection. You're right. Why is it such low inspection times? That would explain why it's breaking down so much. There's so much puke right here. Just right here. Holy crap. I even have this for people, but I don't really have any immediately available benches. There's only a couple of them. Oh, people are spazzing out. There we go. These extra benches will give people a place to sit so they don't throw up. So what are people's thoughts? Nothing. No thoughts. Head empty. Marble sign. Giga coaster's been fixed. Cool. Didn't know it was broken. Our park is falling apart, guys. It's doing okay-ish. I mean, we still have a really good park rating and a lot of money. But now a lot of our coasters are starting to get old, and it's hard to maintain them because there's so many. It's becoming a problem. Let's see here. I kind of actually want to look at the map. It says there is spooky theming. What is the spooky theming? Is this considered spooky theming? Why is... No, teacups and the dinosaurs are actually considered generic. I'm trying to figure out what in the world is spooky. Because this should be space themed. This is all Western. Generic. Generic. space generic, generic, space, generic apparently, Western space. Do we secretly have a plant or something somewhere that's spooky? Is it you? Is it the kebabs? Are the kebabs spooky? Do we ever put in pumpkin? The pumpkin pies are spooky! Our pumpkin pies are terrifying, guys. Well, we can't have that. We can't have spooky pumpkin pies. Pumpkins, you're gonna have to go. We can't have spooky pumpkin pies. We can, however, have dino burgers, so we'll put those in here instead. Oh, I forget the pricing on burgers. Gosh darn it. So you're $1.50, $1.80, $2.70, and $4.50. Synchronize. Dun dun. There we go. It still says we have spooky. I'm still wondering what in the world we have that's spooky. That's so weird. Western sci-fi, prehistoric, adventure, and spooky. Okay, some of these, like this one might actually be adventure and not. Yeah. This one's adventure, and that's what's giving us that. I still don't know what's giving us spooky, though. What else could we have possibly put in that was spooky? Because we don't have any of these in. Do we have spooky? Oh, you know what? There might be a gnarly bush somewhere. In fact, I think this might be a gnarly bush. So we go to our plants. No, that could have been a tumbleweed. What? I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's a tumbleweed. Those are generic bushes. I'm still trying to figure out what's spooky in our park. Probably the fact that I'm the one running it. That's okay, though. Dino mask! Heck yeah. I'm so putting in a dinosaur mask stall. Let's go. Let's put it on this end. If I can find out where it lives. Space dinosaur cowboys. Dino mask. I'm about to get all the furries in on this. Let's go. Dino mask. How much do I charge for you? Oh, and it's got all the stuff in here. Oh, cool. Dino mask, $225. Bear paw, $175. Frog glove, it's all $175. The default's too high. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Look at us go. I can't wait to see all the people in the park walking around in their little tiny dino masks. That's gonna be hilarious. Still trying to get more people to this end of the park, though. We have a lot of people on this end. Not a whole lot over here. But I feel like also over here is a lot more spaced out as far as rides go. Whereas the further this way we get, the more packed. Like, these ones are directly next to each other. A mini railway. Does that fall under Cowboy? Does a mini railway fall under Cowboy? Can we argue that that's Cowboy? That's so Cowboy. Guys, that's so Cowboy. I'm putting it... Okay, the question is where do we put the station? Do we put it right in the middle? So then people can get on here and get a little ride to the back of the park? I think that's the idea. I think that's what we're gonna do. We could stick it in here, but that'd be really cramped. So, where am I gonna put it though? Because I want this also to go straight back as a big old path. Let's do that first. Actually, let's finish this path here. So we kind of know what our future plans are for doing stuff and things. Get out of here. Get out of here. I would like to have space for those really big rides back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 I think is the widest one. And then we need room for the queues. So this is how far back that would go. And then we'll just leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Nice little spacing. We'll leave a nice big section, I guess. Or, actually, hold on. Well, because we do want this to be a wide path. But that means we could do this. 1, 2, 3. That's better. Sure, why not? And we can put little shops and stuff down there as we continue on. But then that means we can get our little train going. Which also means we can actually, we're going to turn off transport rides. No more transport rides. Beach torch, fancy, giant millipede. Gross. We are going to put in mini railway. Yes, mini railway. Railway. I kind of like the idea of actually. No, that's not what I wanted. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I got this. Yeah, there we go. Raising the railway. So that way it sits like this above the walk. Yeah. Look at that. And it'll travel above everybody. It's gonna be a lot of straight lines. Hold on. Another station. That's how many we did, right? Yeah. And we'll go like this, this, this. All the way back. I don't know if you guys can hear me abusing my laptop trying to get it to click faster. Does this train have supports? No. Do the physics of this game care? Also no. Oh man, too far. Heck yeah. So now I can go like this, go like this. And then we're going to make people climb up a long, long flight of stairs. This is the right kind of stairs, right? Yeah, Western. I'll do the same thing for the other side. Let's go. Shoo. Yeah, that mostly matches. I probably actually could have gotten away with doing this shorter, but that's okay. E. And then we're going to tell it to put in... I actually kind of want to put in these entrances. Yeah. And then the matching exits. Yeah, look at us go with our theming. Fuck yeah. Except we want to be able to put rides here later. That's right. Shoop, shoop. Well, we do want this to be really thick. Thick sidewalk. Thick sidewalk. Swoopity, swoopity. Right, same problem. I do not have a brain. That is my problem. It's the curse I have been given. There we go. Heck yeah. I heard a lot of notifications going on. New attraction, teacups broke down and was fixed, balloons broke down and was fixed, parrot animatronic. It's giving us a lot of pirate themed stuff right now. Let's do summer air, because that's classic. For trains, can we change the style of the trains? What are our options? Let me zoom. We have a little tiny train, the big train, and these trains. I like the big classic train. We're gonna stick with that, I think. Change our railway colors a little bit. You can make that like a gold to match the train. Heck yeah, look at that. That is a train track. Look at that. Good stuff, good stuff. We can only do 5 cars per train. And we're gonna do 4 trains. Ooh, no, 4 trains. There we go. That way when 2 of them are traveling, 2 others should hopefully be at the other end. And we'll tell them to leave if another one gets to the station. We're gonna make it go as fast as possible. Open sesame. Choo choo. Oh, we're in the conductor spot. Heck yeah. We are... Well, I think technically this is actually the engineer, but, you know. Wee! chugga, 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 chugga. Choo choo. This train feels really slow, but I know for a fact it's going to be faster than the people walking all the way down our park. Whee! Our train is so fast. Ducks. I'm gonna bump our ticket price a little bit because we put in a lot of rides since we've raised our ticket price. And now we get to put stuff down on this end of the park. I'm actually going to fill in the root beer. Sorry, I got really excited about that. Root beer, no. No, root beer. There. Oh. And now this lays out where we can actually put our rides. Which we probably should have done before we put in a bunch of rides, but you know. Shh, it's fine. Problem is that I don't know why I did that because I'm gonna fill this in anyway. Swimsuit stall. We don't even have pools. Perfect. That's not right. There we go. Oh, look at the lights on our little train coming down. Look at him go. There we go. Now our park's nice and sectioned off. We have some people getting on. Tall cylindrical topiary. It's also generic themed. If we get the chance, if we get a cowboy version of these rides, I'm going to switch them in, or a space version. Because we do... I mean, technically we have this, which is really just a merry-go-round, but, you know... It would be nice to actually have a themed park. It would also be nice if our park had lighting. Oh my god, it's so dark. Can we get any... Because, like, this is the only lamp we have right now, is this generic path lamp. Which is fine, you know, it's whatever, but I'd like to have it be themed. I'm just gonna put in a lot of lamps. So many freaking lamps. Oh, there's already a lamp there, that's why. Large organ pipe cactus. Heck yeah! Guys, our theming's about to get insane. I don't think that's how supports works. But whatever floats its boat. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Cactus! Cactus! Guys. Okay, well, I'm gonna rotate because our ride's in the way. Look at this cactus. Look at this thing. It's huge. I'm not allowed to stick them anywhere. Big old cactus. I'm gonna add in cactuses around this ride. A couple tumbleweeds. Because they fit in the same squares that the lights do, so that works out actually. Do you have any other Western themed rides that need cactuses? We're not going to count the train. I'm counting the train. I lied. It's getting some tumbleweed. Just a little bit. Our first random people going for walkies. Oh my god, there's already litter down here. Oh my god. Prehistoric lamp. Let's go. We're gonna put this by the dinosaurs. Dinosaur rides, prehistoric lamps. Set those people on fire. Heck yeah. Here's our other dinosaur ride. Yeah. Yeah. And that means we can actually get rid of this one. Heck yeah. Finally, we're getting lights in our park. Do we have any other, like, lamps? I know there's like a space torch, and that would be cool to put in. But I think we're going to have to hire another janitor. Because we need him to, first off, be trained. We need to train him. Very important, very important. We kind of need him to do this whole strip right here. Which luckily there's not a lot of people, so he should be able to do that just fine for right now. And we'll, you know, change stuff up later once when we get more stuff in. We'll put in another mechanic, because I plan on putting rides down here eventually. Heck yeah. And we'll tell him, do this part of the park. This is your job, just this end. Well, the reliability's going up, but oh my god. And then clearly, there still isn't enough mechanic over here. Because we're having a lot of rides that aren't getting their inspections done on time. So we are going to put you... We're just going to call you the front end boy. Your entire job is to take care of anything and everything that needs the extra job done that the other guys aren't getting to on this end. Shipwreck. Again, a lot of pirate themed stuff, but we've been doing Space Cowboys for so long. This part of our park is so dark. There is a seagull trapped right here. Oh, that's funny. And then I am going to hire another janitor. Specifically to do this main strip. All the way down to here. Train him. Lots and lots and lots. And now I feel like we're running out of money a little bit. Let's see. We just spent a lot of money on training. The staff wages actually aren't bad. We're making a profit on our other stuff. We aren't getting a lot of park... We haven't gotten any park tickets for this month yet. But I don't know if this month... This month kind of just started. It's the 19th. We're halfway through. Which means we're probably going to have to close our park again soon. Specifically so that way people freaking leave. And then they'll come back and spend more money. Ooh. Guys. We're partway to our goal. Yay. I do think... I don't think... I'm actually going to take out this ride, because this ride doesn't fit our theming. And I'm going to replace it with the lasso. Yeah, this is the right way. Inverted shuttle coaster. Heck yeah. Let's go. I'm giving this ride a lot of queue line because I know it moves quick. But it also tends to be a very popular ride. I should have moved it, actually. Hold on. They're going to be so unhappy with me right now. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Hold on. I need to move it here. Except I need to move it back. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I swear. Hold on. I got this. I promise. There we go. Okay. Problem mostly solved. There we go. There we go. Okay. Because in this way, this gives us room to still put in space-themed stuff for the other rides. This, but then we can also go, oh hey, alien plant, look at that, alien plant. I don't know what this counts as. This is generic, so you want some topiaries? Full load, 10 minutes. Cool. Scaffolding fence. I don't think that one really helps us. We are gonna need benches and some trash can, because people are gonna throw up on this ride. Yeah. Zombie-topia. That doesn't help us either. Again with the spooky stuff. Let's get in here and ride it. We're gonna ride this thing. It'll fill up soon enough. Maybe. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's a little slow to fill up. Whee! Whee! Again, we got a lot of spinning rides, unfortunately. But this one tends to be really popular. I actually kind of want to see what our map says now as far as theming goes. You can see right here, it's just barely a little green, which is generic. And then right here, it's just barely a little orangey yellow, which is the western. And then I think we got a little tiny bit of sci-fi here, and then a little bit of green, which is really funny, actually. Gargoyle, huh? Get out of here. Get out of here. We could put in some Jurassic Boulder. Look at that rock. Look at that rock. So funny. Yeah, as we get more decorations, our theming will get bumped and will be really good. And I'd like to have more trees. But these actually add into the restaurants and stuff that you put around, also count as part of the theming. We're making money. Vampire Castle. That's also spooky, which isn't part of our theming. Didn't we? Oh, we did. We got our new coaster. The problem with that is that we have no money to build a coaster right now. So we're going to close the park for the night. And probably the next day, so that way everybody will leave. Space Shake, heck yeah! Get out of here. Let everybody leave, let everything close, get clean. There's nobody trapped on trains, is there? No? Cool. It's taking them so long to leave our park. And we still have hundreds of people in the park. Oh, they got a UFO balloon. There it goes. Alright. Now we'll reopen the park. And we'll reopen our first aids and ATMs, our restaurants, and our rides. Sheriff balloons, heck yeah. We so have to put in sheriff balloons. I'm pretty sure these are also supposed to be $1.40. Maybe. Let me look. Yeah, $1.40. There we go. Western hats. Ugh. And then I think we're actually also going to put in a dino stall down here. Can I change the colors of the stall? That would be really cool. To have like be able to change the colors of the dinosaur. But alas, no. What is our researching? We're at 500 still. Okay. Now we have thousands upon thousands of dollars from everybody filtering back into our park. Look at this flood of people. A lot has happened in the span of a few seconds. Alright. But we did get a new coaster style. Inverted shuttle coaster. I wish it would have shown me what my options were. I wish it would show you in the menu what kind of cars it has. Inverted shuttle coaster. I don't know what that looks like, if that makes sense. You know, like I don't know how this kind of like obviously it's some sort of hanging coaster, but is it like a flying coaster or I mean it's a shuttle coaster, whatever that means. A 0G roll, a helix, corkscrews. This coaster does a lot. For all I know, you could be Batman. We could go straight up. What is... Oh! That's what that... Oh, God. That's cool, don't get me wrong. Because, like, look at that. I want to see if our coaster can actually do that. Look at that flip, man. Okay, so it's like a seated coaster. It's not a standing coaster. It's not a laying down. It's just a seated coaster. That's such a weird train design. Like they're like chain links, but long for some reason. Are there back seats? There are, so there's some that reach forward and backward. Oh. These ones apparently did not get chain lifts on them. That's my bad. I don't know that this is enough of a drop to do this loop, so we might just have to save it for towards the end of the ride. Ooh, just barely. Look at that. Okay, I like that. Oh. No. Let's do a little bit of a bank. This is the wrong direction. What's interesting is this is a quarter helix and not half of a helix, which is actually pretty cool. Should we do a corkscrew, or is that too much, do you guys think? Oh. We could also do an overbank turn. I really am a sucker for overbank turns. If I go like this, I can go like that. Oh, but then it changes our ground. Ugh. I don't know, I think that might be too intense. This ride may be intense for some riders. What do you think about that? Because now I got an overbank turn that comes into half of a corkscrew to a twist, which might be a lot. It might be quite a bit, actually. This might be a really nauseating coaster. It like just barely makes it over that overbank, though. No, I don't like that direction of the twist. We're gonna go like this. That's a better direction. Because now it'll come around and just kind of finish doing that same motion that it was already doing. Let's see what it auto-completes with. I want to see what it thinks. Oh god, the lag. You can do it, computer. You can do it, game. I don't think it can. I'm just gonna... I don't know which... Is this the right direction? Yeah. Now let's see how we can get it to autocomplete. There we go. I like that. I think that should work out nicely. Let's see. Whee! Oh, that turn's really intense. Oh, oh, oh god. This is way more intense than it looked from far away. Oh god. Yeah, I figured. Whoops. Okay, so let's... There we go. Let's try by expanding this part of the track first. That should help because that'll give it a bit more time to actually get into the bottom of this curve before it switches, you know? And then we're coming up over this loop. This curve is fine. It's a bit whatever, but it's fine. I think we can't go straight from the overbank into this corkscrew twist. I think that's just a bit too much. No, that's not what I want. No, straight please. There we go. Alright, so if we go like this, and then this. And then continue that twist. I think also a lot of these curves are way too tight. I think we need wider curves for that amount of deceleration that we're trying to do. So let's... It's gonna try to do something stupid. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Except now we kind of trapped ourselves with the way we've done this curve. Stop it. Stop doing things. There we go. Good lord. Cool. Now let's try this. I actually want to see, can we add a fourth car? Yeah, that looks better. Because that will help also with getting it over the hills now that we've extended the track a bit. Whee! Well, made it over. Whee! This is still really intense, but not as much. That's a lot better. I think... Oof, that's still really rough though. I think we might benefit also from adding in a brake section. Because, you know, it barely gets over this. Comes down. And this was rough, but it wasn't bad. Let's go into here. Can we add in, not block brakes, but brakes. Let's say to 50 miles an hour and see what that does. Skeleton warrior, crocodile balloon, safari toys, and large holly. Whee. And then it just barely gets up over this. That should smooth it out a bit. Just barely gets over that overbank. See, it still comes in really fast at the end there, so I want to see... I really kind of fucked myself over with this section here. Let's do brakes. Let's do them like that. And then tilt and connect. It's not gonna think of the same thing that I'm thinking of. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. There we go. Connect it. Connect it. Okay, fine. Don't connect it. There you go. Cool. And now we ride again. Up and over, just barely. I think those brakes did nothing. I was kind of just guessing at what the actual speed was on that part of the ride, so... Let's try that again. Can we see? Its max speed is 56. Its average is 24. Sure as fuck don't seem like it. Okay. So let's go that one down to 30, I guess. And let's see this one down to 15. Did this one actually change down to 30? Now I'm worried that if I do that, it won't make it over the overbank. There's a lot of notifications going off right now. Our entire theme park is exploding while we build this ride. Oh, big stretch, baby man's. You having a good nap? Yeah. Okay, that part's fine like always. Again, I feel like those brakes didn't really do much of anything. Which maybe it's just because it's just this one little spot of brakes. What if I tell you nuh-uh? If I change it to block brakes, will that make... I don't think changing them to block brakes should make a difference. But this is a video game, so who knows? Oh yeah, see, that slowed this down. And now we don't make it over. That's weird. Why is that the case? Okay. So let's try that again at like 35. And see if that lets us make it over. No, we need to go higher still. Okay. I mean, just for a second, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna check all the stuff that's happened. Large holly, lemonade broke down, fixed, sunglasses broken down, pirate hats, lemonade fixed, emergency stop, fixed, broken down, fixed. Coaster ball! That's an insane coaster. Coaster ball is nuts. Okay, 40 is still too low. Was I right the first time and the game just lied to me? Just take it down. Wait, hold on. I don't think we actually changed that to 50. We did, okay. Cool. This is by far one of the most complicated coasters I built. And it's probably not even going to be that good. Just barely over the top. Gets us up here through this corkscrew. Okay, that was a sharp break, and I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see what the results say. It's high all around. That's not bad though. It's not like we have a super high notch. I just wish it wasn't so... I think it's this flip, honestly. I think it's this corkscrew here that does it. But you get stuck upside down a little bit in that 0G. And you do a lot of curves. And then as far as high intensity, I think this block section here that breaks is what does it. So let's see. We get over this overbank. We do wee. And then it's real fast right here. And then we get slammed. But I feel like that's what keeps this in a decent pace. You know what? We'll call it good. It works. It's not super duper intense or nauseating. Just might not be the best coaster we're actually gonna do. Swoopy, swoopy, swoopy. There we go. Golden nugget candy. Heck yeah. Don't know how I managed to click on a person on the ride. Full load. 10 minutes. Let's roll. I gotta double check that there is actually mechanics. There is. Okay, I'm gonna fire you. so we didn't actually need you. I didn't mean to hire him. That was my bad. I like the black and gold. I'm going to change the support colors on this ride, though. And then actually really quick. Okay. I just want to make sure and see if there weren't like other styles of trains. Oh, I do not like the gray. Black. Yeah, we'll keep it the black and gold. With the bright gold trains, I think. What is this? Colors for the lights. White, I guess. And that is our new big ride in the park. Huzzah. It did say coaster ball. You might be better off purchasing one of these ones. This one has the highest excitement rating while also having a low nausea rating, which is nice. So let's see, how big is this actually? Oh, that's just a witty bitty coaster. Look at that. That's just a baby. It's a baby that don't fit nowhere. We can stick him over here, though. I want to see if I can actually like interlock him with some of the other rides, but I guess not. That's alright. Forrest, what are you eating? Better not be eating anything. Thank you, bud. Yeah, right there. Right there looks really good. It's got a very short station. Can this do number of... Oh! They're individual cars. That's weird. Okay. Oh, and we spin. Wow. Okay. And somehow this is a really low nausea rating. Probably just because it's such a short ride. Oh my god. That is a crazy looking coaster. Full load. 10 minutes. And then what colors do we want? We haven't really done any green coasters. They kind of blend in with the grass, so we don't do a lot of greens. I think it'd be cool to do green and like orange, maybe. Well, not that shade of orange. I could take this and do like a... Yeah. Oh, wait. Just got it right next to our other green coaster and our other orange coaster. That's not... Let's do blues. We like blue. Blue is a good color. Yeah, look at that. Even... I do like the orange, though. Can I do... That's orange. Like that blue, and that, like, the teal color. Yeah. So now the cars stand out a little bit more. Yeah. I feel like people didn't think about the design of this coaster car. But that's okay. Whatever brings people into our park. Yeah, look at that. New attraction, coffee. Coffee definitely attracts people. We've won an award, Best Roller Coasters, Woolly Rhino. He's part of our dinosaur pack. And me. Can we fit a Jurassic boulder in here anywhere? Can we? I wish we had slightly smaller Jurassic boulders. These things are huge. Ooh, but I think... Yeah, we got this guy. Let's rotate him. Which way does the coaster come through here, actually? Shoop, shoop. We'll rotate him this way. And then we will set him to activate on this one. So now when it comes over... Oh, that was perfect. Look at that. Now he responds to when the ride comes by and does his little animation. Which is apparently fighting a caveman. But that's okay. Nobody said the prehistoric stuff's made sense. Cool, giant millipede segment, I guess. We don't need any of those. I kind of want to see, does that change? You can see there's a like it's very, very faint, but there is a teeny bit of yellow. A decent bit of green here. Tiniest bit of blue. A little bit of an orange, you know, like it's definitely the vibes. I feel like this has to be giving the adventure. It has to. Giant mosquito. Why? Oh, Forrest is your itchy baby. Okay, so giant mosquito counts as an adventure, I guess. Not a prehistoric. But our park has made a lot of progress. A lot. I guess I should start putting... Look at all these people. Walking so far. It's a good thing I put a janitor and stuff out here. I should put a ride. We have... we have, the Claw of Doom and Enterprise and stuff that we can put down here. Yeah, these are huge rides. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Yeah. 'Cause we don't have one of these yet, right? Just checking. Yeah. I want to see what this does. Because I have a feeling it's gonna like extend upwards and then open its claw and the seats are gonna spin. But I have no idea. Haven't seen one of these in forever. It's been so long. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Hello, baby mans. Hello, hello. Yeah. Oh, you're so fluffy. You're so fluffy soft. Yeah. Fluffy soft baby. You gonna get up here and cuddle? Are you? Still gotta brush your forehead. You're all scunkled there. Get up here, come on. Happy puppies. But yeah, I feel like these arms lift up and then they're on the ends, and it's gonna be awful. One whole person getting on the Claw of Doom. Wee. Oh god. No, this isn't that bad actually. I was expecting it to be worse. Wee. It's another ride that spins. Oh, someone lost their balloon. That sucks. Yeah, no, I honestly thought I was gonna do a little bit more interesting than that. Interesting. Then, of course, we can't go wrong with the Gravitron. Gravitron's a classic. Although I feel like maybe we should save some space back here for the big rides, but we can always move stuff around if we have to later. Full load, 10 minutes. And then we gotta put in our benches and trash cans for all the throwy uppy peoples. Yeah. Cool, cool. Look at us go. Huzzah. New attraction fries. New attraction cookies. I've actually ridden one of these before. Cedar Point had one. I don't know. I think they took it out recently, but I'm not sure about that. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Alright, now that I've exploded. But these rides are very interesting because they usually don't have anything in them. Sometimes there's a seat belt in the seat that's like really loose and stretchy, and it's literally just these sad little cage doors that fold down, and there's pretty much nothing else holding you in. And a lot of times if the cars are small enough, instead of seating you side by side with somebody, most of the time you're seated on someone else's lap, so usually it's like the smallest person's in the front. But yeah, this is all it does. It's really fun. I like them. Just makes you spin in a circle vertically. Can't go wrong with that. But I've ridden these ones a few times. Cause I know I've ridden at Cedar Point. And I believe I've also ridden it at a state fair once. Oh, now it looks cooler with the other blue. That looks cooler. Look at that. Heck yeah. That's Claw of Doom. What if we change the white to yellow? Yeah. Tall coconut palm. I got some rides on this end of our park. And our very cramped front end of our park. But we are slowly but surely expanding. What's our research doing? We're still getting a lot of shops and facilities, and I really want, like, more decorations to put around our rides. In fact, actually, more scenery, less shops and facilities, more roller coasters. Let's do that. Because we have a lot of money, we could build a couple coasters now. Like, we could build a couple. But I think this is about it for today with our big beautiful park. This is as far out as I can zoom. I can't even fit the whole park into our frame anymore. It's turning out really good, and I believe we're actually almost to our goal. We just need to get more guests in our park and a lot of trees, and then we'll have beaten this scenario. But for now, let's look for who we're gonna raid. Maybe, if I know what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, here we go. Let's go check out this person. They're playing Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. So we're gonna pop over there and see what they're up to. And I will see you guys again, hopefully on Monday, assuming things cooperate. We should be back to crafting for our next commission. And then on Thursday, we will hopefully finish up this game again. We might actually beat the game next Thursday, but we'll see.